Thank you for having me here. My name is Sergio Alzate, and I'm here today to talk about ComED's energy efficiency program. It's detailed here in the red booklet. You all should have one. If anyone doesn't have one and you want to follow along, we have a stack of these brochures up front at the desk. So feel free to grab one if you'd like to follow along. It's also going to be up on the screen as well. And I encourage questions. That's what I'm here for. And I'm very glad to be here today because I do this type of outreach for ComED all throughout the service territory, but I actually live and was raised in Skokie, so it's nice to be back here. So, question? What's your name? My name is Sergio Alzate. And thanks for having me. I'm basically going to go through this, and I'm going to use the PowerPoint as well to kind of reinforce what I'm talking about. So, let's get started. You guys ready? Awesome. So, one thing before I go into the PowerPoint, I want to ask you guys a question. Has anyone here gotten phone calls or people knocking on their door about ComED? They ask about ComED or your electric bill. You've had that situation. What have they asked you?
If we want to save money?
If you want to save money. Do they ever ask to see your bill? Yeah? Okay. Just so you know, ComED will never call you or knock on your door asking to see your bill or asking for your account number because you're all ComED customers. We have that information. All right? So just protect yourselves. We have these magnets. These are fraud prevention magnets. Stick it on your fridge. This is just a visual reminder of what ComED will and won't ask for. Okay? And I'll actually go to that part of the slide real quick to kind of show you guys. Yeah. So to explain what's going on, all right, I'll take a step back. If you look on your ComED bill, there are two main fees that you're paying. One is the delivery or distribution fee. All right, that is always ComED because we own and maintain the infrastructure, which means all of the electric poles, the underground cables, all of the equipment up to the smart meter that's connected to your home is ComED owned and maintained. So when the power line goes down, a ComED truck fixes it. All right, you're paying that delivery fee to ComED. And then there's another fee. It's the supplier fee, the supply fee. That's who are you paying for the actual electricity that's going through our lines. It could be ComED, but there's over 60 different retail electric suppliers that you can choose from. All right? These are other electric suppliers. They're not working with ComED. They're competitive suppliers. They're different suppliers. So I think they phrased it incorrectly. They're not working for ComED. They're separate entities. And they shouldn't phrase it that way. They should be upfront about who they are and what they're doing. These are different suppliers. And the reason I bring this up is a lot of times, yeah, you get phone calls, people knocking on your door. They can be very aggressive, very persistent, and you never know if they are legitimate. You know, when they're reaching out to you, it's very hard to verify who they are. When in doubt, do not share your personal information. Don't hand them your bill. One instance I get a lot, anecdote from customers is saying, yeah, they knocked on my door and they said, hey, let me look at your bill to see if you're saving money or to see if there's a credit on your bill or to see if we can beat the rate. You don't have to hand them your bill. If you really want to engage in that conversation, look at the bill yourself and say, I'm being charged this many cents per kilowatt hour. What can you offer? Because the moment you hand them your bill, now they have your account number. They have your account information. They can make unauthorized changes without your consent. It's unethical and it's illegal, but it happens so often. So just so you know, these people are not working with ComED. They're not a part of ComED. They're separate electric suppliers. And you do have the choice to pick a different supplier if you want, but let that be your decision. Don't be tricked into it thinking that this is a part, thinking that these are ComED, that they work with ComED. They don't. And there's only one way that you get switched to a different supplier if you didn't sign up for it. And that's called municipal aggregation. All right? Every year, the village of Skokie, they vote to decide what is the best supplier for the majority of our residents. You would have received a letter saying the Village of Skokie voted, we've decided to switch to so-and-so electric, here are the terms. And it's an opt-out program, meaning you have to reply to that letter if you don't want to be switched to this other supplier. If you don't reply, you're switched automatically, which is fine. The village does a lot of research to pick the best fit, but I'm just explaining this so when you look on your bill, under the supply fee, it's going to have the name and phone number of your supplier. If it's not ComEd, don't freak out, because it could have been that you were switched by the village. And you can always call the number and say, hey, I'm signed up with you. Why? And they'll tell you. Maybe they'll say, oh, on February 2nd, so-and-so authorized this change. All right? So just that is the only way you're switched if you didn't switch yourself. Okay? Or someone got your information and switched you illegally. If you feel that you were switched illegally, report it to the Illinois Commerce Commission, the ICC. Okay? Because you can file a formal complaint to get the issue resolved. Or let's say you want to pick a different supplier or see if you're with the best option for you. Visit, there's a website that the ICC runs. It's called pluginillinois.org. pluginillinois.org. All right? The reason I bring this up is because the Illinois Commerce Commission regulates the utilities. So this is a trusted resource. You're not having to deal with that person at the door that is obviously biased. You have all the information in front of you. If you visit that website, you can compare all your electric supply choices side by side. There's a table that lists all 60+ electric supply choices, what rate they charge, do they charge an early termination fee, do they have a fixed rate or variable rates. It has all of the important information so you can make an educated decision for yourself. So again, it's pluginillinois.org. If you forget that website, it's actually on your bill. Okay? I don't remember if it's on the front or back of the bill, but it's printed on your bill. Any questions on any of that? Okay, so just remember, ComEd will never call you to ask for your account number. We're not going to call you to ask for your personal or financial information. We're not going to call you to ask you to make a direct payment with a prepaid cash card. And if you experience suspicious behavior, call ComEd. Call the number on your bill, 1-800-EDISON-1, or visit comed.com/scam alert. All of that information is on this magnet. So just put this on your fridge so you have a constant reminder every time you get one of those phone calls. You just have to be vigilant. I can tell you about 50 different scams, and tomorrow there's going to be 51 different additional scams. Scam artists, they evolve. They figure out what works, they change things up, and you can't even trust your caller ID because there's something called phone spoofing where there's a free app online where people can make the caller ID say whatever they want to. They can call you and it could say Village of Skokie and they could put the phone number, or it can say Police Department 911. You can't trust your caller ID. All right? I get phone calls every single day and I'm scared to answer the phone now because people are calling about roof inspections or my extended warranty on my car or my ComEd bill, and the phone number comes up as my zip code, the first 3 numbers of my phone number, and then some random 4 digits at the end. I'm sure this happens to a lot of you as well. I hope I'm not the only one being targeted. But
You're not.
Okay, good. I don't feel so alone anymore. Good. But just be careful. Don't give your personal information. It's not just about ComEd. Any kind of company can call you asking for your personal info. Don't give it. The more information you give out, the more vulnerable you are in the future to be scammed. All right, so who's going to get scammed after today?
Nobody.
Good. Sometimes people raise their hands because they weren't listening. So I'm glad you guys are going to be safe. Just always be vigilant. All right, so I skipped over to fraud prevention. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the presentation to go over this red booklet right here. Okay, so the question, since I'm being recorded, was asked, If someone changes your supplier, does ComEd send a letter out? So the only thing that you would get on your ComEd bill under the supply line, it'll say the name and phone number of the supplier. So just make it a habit to check it, and if you notice a change, call the number, because it'll have the phone number of the supplier, and you can ask them, why am I with you? They'll look through their records and tell you, oh, it was municipal aggregation, the village switched you, or oh, so-and-so authorized it. And if so-and-so didn't authorize it, that's where you have grounds to file a formal complaint with the Illinois Commerce Commission to rectify it. But yeah, great question. I appreciate it. So now I'm going to go over this red booklet. This is our energy efficiency program, okay? And just so you know, I really want you guys, I'm going to do a high-level overview, but please study this. Not only because it'll help you, but because this is all of this that's in this booklet, we are all helping finance. This is a ratepayer-funded program, meaning there's a small tax on your ComEd bill. It's called Energy Efficiency Program Tax. And we're all paying into it, even if you don't use it. So you might as well take advantage of something you're already paying for. All right, so first thing I want to go over is online energy management tools. Okay, so on the second to last tab of the brochure, it's called My Account. All right, let me ask you guys, do any of you monitor your energy use at all? Oh, so you get the neighbor comparison reports that compare you to your neighbors? Once a month? Oh, so, okay, just so you know, that neighbor comparison, I'm sure a lot of you get it. It compares you to similar sized homes in your neighborhood. All right? But take that comparison with a grain of salt, because what that comparison goes off of is the records that we have access to, like square footage of your home, but a lot of that info could be outdated. Maybe there's been a new addition to your home since the last time we got updates, and maybe we're comparing you to a home that has 2 people and you have 4 in your home, or maybe you have 4 TVs and we're comparing you to a home that has 2. But if you log on to your free online account at comed.com/myaccount, you can fill out a survey and give more information about your household and say, you know what, I have a Whirlpool, I have 4 TVs, I have 4 people living in my home, I have 5 bedrooms, and then the more information you give, the more accurate that neighbor comparison will become, because then we'll compare you to homes that are even more similar to yours. Yeah, because a lot of times those neighbor comparisons are off because we're going based off of outdated information. But please, I really encourage you, log on to your free online account. It's easy to do so. Just go to comed.com/myaccount, and with your ComEd account number and a valid email address, you can register online and then give that information out. So with that, yeah, obviously your energy use will change depending on the outdoor temperatures. And if you look on your ComEd bill that you get monthly, it'll actually compare, it'll compare your energy use this billing period compared to the same time last year. And that way, since it's like going based off of the seasons, the same time of year, you can kind of see, you know, is my energy use increasing with time or getting better or worse? And the reason I bring up managing your energy use is because let's say you have a very high electric bill, one particular billing cycle, and you're like, what's going on? Why is this happening? You can log on to your free online account and check your energy use for any particular day. If you click on any day, you can actually see a line graph from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. that day of how much energy you use throughout the day, how it fluctuates based on when you come home, when you leave. It's a lot of information. A lot of people aren't necessarily motivated to even check. But hey, if you have a really high bill and you're not sure why, log on to your free online account, because you can click on any day in that billing cycle, since you all have smart meters already, and you can actually see during what times of day you use the most energy. And it's great because, I think it's on here. Yeah, you can analyze your usage hour by hour, day by day, and even sign up to receive high usage alerts. So the way that works, it's a free alert where you can sign up to get an email notification saying, that your energy use is trending unusually high for your normal average use. And the reason why that's important is there was a customer that was actually at one of these presentations, and he had signed up for high usage alerts. He got 5 emails in a row, Monday through Friday, telling him that his energy use was unusually high, and he didn't know why. But he looked into it. It ended up being that the sump pump outside was malfunctioning and running nonstop for no reason. There was no rain, there was no flooding, it was just a malfunctioning piece of equipment. But luckily, he was getting those high usage alerts daily that kind of tipped him off to investigate further. He fixed the issue. He avoided potentially paying twice or 3 times as high of a bill because of the high usage alerts. And this is a free alert that you can sign up for on my account. And you can even check and get personalized tips. Again, compare your home to other homes in the neighborhood. And there's even, you can even sign up to get a weekly usage report. So this is a weekly email. It's kind of a report card of your energy use that previous week. So on the email, it'll show a bar graph from Monday to Sunday, how much energy you used every single day that past week. It'll highlight the day that you used the most energy, and it'll show a line graph for that particular day. So you can kind of see. You'll see on that email, oh wow, Monday, you can see, let's say last Monday you used the most energy. There'll be a line graph in that email that breaks down your hourly usage that past Monday. So you can see what happened last Monday. Did the energy use spike at 12 p.m.? Why is that? Maybe you had guests that were over at that time who left all the lights on, the door open, the fridge door open, and they didn't turn off anything. And if that's the case, you can sit your guests in front of that email that following week and show them. Tell them, hey, remember when you came over last Monday? This is you. And maybe they'll start turning off the lights next time they visit. Or maybe they get offended and they don't come back. But either way, you're likely going to save that following Monday on your energy use. It's all about awareness because, previously, before we had smart meters, the only way to really check your energy use is that monthly bill, right? But now you have access to daily and even hourly information on your energy use. So now you're empowered to make a change, to investigate why did I pay so much last month? And it's all about empowering you. So now it's just a click away to get that information on my account, and it's free. And again, you might never have to log on at all, but maybe you had a really high bill and you're racking your brain to figure out what happened. Just go on my account. Check a few days or a few weeks from that billing cycle to see if you can isolate what day or what hours raised your bill up so high. Any questions on that?
Does that work for people who have condominiums?
For condos, it works too. Yeah, so any ComEd customer has a smart meter attached to their account. So even if you don't physically see the smart meter, it's somewhere on the property, and it still collects your energy usage information, and you still have access to it as soon as the next day online. Yeah. There's some condos or multi-unit buildings where all the meters are in one area. So you might not see the meter physically, but it's still measuring your energy use because that's how we bill you. It just might not be connected to directly to your condo unit. A lightning storm? Yeah, with lightning storms, you always have to be careful. You guys use surge protectors at all?
Yes.
Yeah, make it a habit because very expensive equipment a lot of times gets damaged or destroyed during lightning storms. And we actually have a program where you can get free surge protectors. I'll go into it a little later. Any questions on this portion though? Awesome. So let's see what we got next. Oh yeah, download ComEd's mobile app because it's very convenient. With the mobile app, it's like having access to the website without having to go to the website. It's all in one place. You can view and pay your bill, track your energy use, report outages, or sign up to receive alerts through email, text, phone, or mobile app messages. It's really nice too because let's say there's an outage, the mobile app can actually alert you and let you know when we estimate that you'll get service again. So it's a good way to kind of stay connected and stay in the loop. And we also have something called the ComEd Marketplace. This is an online store at comedmarketplace.com. And I believe the link is printed out. Yeah, under the discounts tab of the brochure. Or let's see where else it is. Oh, actually, under the technology and savings tab, the last page of the brochure, we have it on there. ComEdMarketplace.com. It's in red. So ComEd Marketplace is a great online store because on there you can shop and purchase all sorts of different energy efficient products for your home. Many of them with instant discounts already applied to them. So it ships directly to your home, free shipping on all orders over $49. And on there you can find LED bulbs, smart thermostats, water conservation devices, and more. Advanced power strip surge protectors, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of variety, but I really recommend if you're looking for energy efficient devices, shop the ComEdMarketplace.com and it'll tell you which items have instant discounts on them. So it's nice because instead of you having to apply for rebates, there are a lot of items on here that have the rebate or the discount instantly applied on them. And all right, I'm going to go over other ways to lower your utility bills, energy savings, and environmental benefits. So the first thing I'm going to go over is our free home energy assessment. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. So if you want to follow along, open up the assessments tab of this booklet. All right, so the home energy assessment is a free evaluation of your home. An energy advisor will come out and inspect your home. They'll go room by room. They'll evaluate what ways to save you on your electric bill and on your gas bill. Why gas? ComEd's the electric company, right? So with the home energy assessment, ComEd is partnered up with the gas companies. So here in Skokie, we're partnered up with Nicor Gas. If you have any friends that live in Chicago, we're partnered up with People's Gas. Or if you have other relatives that live in the North Shore suburbs, we're partnered up with North Shore Gas as well. So we have all of our territory covered for this program offering. All ComEd customers can qualify as well. All right? So basically, an energy advisor will do roughly a 45-minute to an hour walkthrough of your home to evaluate it. They'll print out a report on site that lists any improvements that they suggest, plus any applicable rebates, if any, for the work, how much they project that it'll cost, and how much they project that the savings are in the long run. You'll get this report printed out on site during the assessment. But the best part is, or the most popular part of the assessment is, all of the free items that you can receive during it. All right, they're all bullet pointed here, and you can actually see, we have pictures of all the items here. So during the assessment, you can receive free LED bulbs in all your major rooms, advanced power strips that double as surge protectors in each TV room and computer room. What else? Low flow, high pressure shower heads in each shower potentially. Faucet aerators for the kitchen and bathroom sinks. Insulation for the hot water pipes. And you could even get a free programmable thermostat. All right? Now, you may not get all of these items. You have to qualify for them. How do you qualify for an LED bulb? If you have an incandescent or a halogen bulb in any of your major rooms, those will all get swapped out with LEDs for free. All right? What's a major room? So not a closet, but your bedrooms, TV rooms, bathrooms, living rooms, even the entrance and exit of your home. Those, if you have incandescent or halogens, they can all be swapped out with LED bulbs for free during the assessment. Why incandescents? Do any of you use incandescent bulbs still? Yeah? Okay. What's that? Three-way bulbs, yes. So the reason that we're doing this, we don't replace CFLs, you know, the spiral bulbs, because CFLs are already pretty energy efficient, but incandescents are extremely inefficient. If you'll notice, you can't even touch it because it's scalding hot. They burn you. Incandescents release more heat than they do light. They're a very inefficient source of lighting. So that's why during the assessment, we would swap out the incandescents with LEDs, because LEDs are more efficient, they last longer, and not only that, there's more. I feel like an infomercial. But wait, there's more. Yeah, LEDs, they use at least 75% less energy and last 15 times longer than incandescent bulbs. So not only can you see a savings on your energy use for swapping out incandescents with LEDs, you're replacing them less often because they last longer. So,
Are they not as bright?
so the question was, are they not as bright? LEDs come in all shapes and sizes. They're not all made the same. You have to look on labeling to make sure you get the right LED. If you like, there are people that don't like LEDs because they say, oh, the light is too bright or too harsh, or it's like hospital lighting. If you like the warm lights of of incandescents, you know, the warm yellow lights, there's LEDs that are specifically made to release that same light quality. All right, so if it's going to be the yellow warm light, that's called soft white. If you want it to be the brightest, that's daylight bulbs. If you want something in between, that's a bright light. No, soft white, bright light, and daylight bulbs. So just look on the packaging. There's even LEDs for three-way bulbs as well. There's LEDs for three-way bulbs, for dimmer switches, for ceiling fans, for recessed can lighting like we have in this room. There's virtually any type of incandescent bulb. There's almost all of them, there's an LED equivalent. And if you have trouble in the store, you know, flag down an employee, someone in the lighting department to help you out. There's so much variety that sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. But just look on the packaging. It'll tell you what color bulb it is and if it's specifically for a certain type of fixture. Because some people, they get LEDs for the ceiling fans, and then the LED burns out quick, and then they switch back to the old bulbs. That's because the ceiling fan, you know, it's spinning, so the vibrations could kill the bulb earlier if it's not specifically made for ceiling fan use. So look on the labeling. Make sure it's labeled for ceiling fan use, or for three-way bulbs use, or for whatever specialized fixture it's for. There's LEDs for that. And yeah, so sorry, I kind of got sidetracked. You can receive free LEDs is the main point of the assessment. And you can also get advanced power strips. Who here uses power strips? Nice. Does anyone ever turn them off? There's a little red switch on it. You can just step on or unplug it. No? No worry. Me neither. Full disclosure. Me neither. Well, just so you know, most electronics, if they're plugged into the wall, they're constantly draining electricity, even when they're off. They call it vampire power because it sucks at night. This is a real term. I didn't make it up. But most items, like walk in your TV room one night, and I'm sure you're going to see a bunch of little red or amber lights on the DVD player or the TV monitor. They're never really turned off all the way. They go into what they call standby mode. It's less electricity they're using, but they're still using electricity nonstop, all night long, all week long, all year long. It adds up. So one habit that you can get into is every night before you go to sleep or before you go to work, do a lap around the house and step on those red switches on the power strip. All right, that red switch, if you turn it off, it does cut the power off completely. It's like unplugging the power strip. But, you know, most people, maybe they do that for 2 or 3 days in a row, and then you say, you know what, I'm done. I'm paying that convenience charge. That's too much. But that's what's nice about advanced power strips. Now, we actually have a picture of the advanced power strips on the assessment guide. If you guys want to take a look. Notice that it has a couple of black outlets and a bunch of secondary green outlets. Okay? Those green outlets automatically shut off when you're not using the power strip. So, if you use the advanced power strip the right way, you can significantly curb that vampire power that you're sucking, that your home is, that your electronics are drawing all the time. All right, so you can receive a free advanced power strip in each TV room and computer room, as long as you have 2 additional items in addition to the TV or in addition to the computer that can plug into the power strip. that room qualifies for an advanced power strip for free. And let me turn off my phone because way too many notifications.
What about your kitchen?
No. Unfortunately, the power strips, you would only get them in your TV room and computer room. Or TV rooms and computer rooms. So any room that has a TV. So if your bedrooms have a TV, those qualify as TV rooms. And my parents actually just did the assessment last year. They got 5 advanced power strips for free. Yeah, not because they're my parents. ComEd doesn't know that. It's because they had 3 bedrooms that have TVs in them. They have the TV room, and they have their computer home office, all of which qualified for the advanced power strip. And those advanced power strips are nice. They're not just power strips. They're not just advanced. They're also surge protectors. It's almost like a 3-in-1. If you go to the store, the cheapest you'll find those is like $20, $25. So if you get a few of those for free, that's quite the value. And what's nice about them is, so there's 2 types of advanced power strips. One of them is time set that after a few hours of inactivity, it'll turn off the green outlets. And there's another type that it senses when you turn off what's in the master black outlet, and it'll cut off all the green outlets at that point. So you can get one model goes in your TV room, another type goes in your computer room. And if you have any questions on that, or if you want to sign up, call us. The number is on the back of this booklet. All right? As a ComEd customer, you can all qualify for this offering. All right? The only stipulation is you can only sign up directly if you're the owner. If you're renting, let the landlord or building manager know to call to basically give us permission to go to your apartment or whatever place you're renting to do the assessment. It's completely free, and it takes like 45 minutes to an hour. So I really recommend everyone schedule an appointment. There's no downside to this. Like I said, you're already helping finance everything in this booklet, so you might as well take advantage of everything you qualify for. Any questions on that? Awesome, very cool. So, all right, I went over advanced power strip. You can only get a programmable thermostat for free if you have an analog, non-programmable thermostat. I'm sure most of you already have a programmable thermostat, but if you don't and you have furnace heating, you can receive a free programmable thermostat during the assessment. And the low-flow, high-pressure shower heads, that's if you don't already have a low-flow shower head, you can get one for free during the assessment in each shower that doesn't have it. The faucet aerators, those are attachments on the nozzle, so when you turn on the faucet, it spurts out evenly. All right, because without it, a lot of times the water spurts out unevenly. You're wasting water and you're wasting gas because the gas heats the water. So the faucet aerators can help you save on the gas side. Insulation for the hot water pipes. If there's access to your hot water pipes and we see that they're not wrapped, you can receive some wrapping for your hot water pipes. Now, we're not gonna cut a hole in the wall to get access to the hot water pipes. But again, if there's access and we can see it, you can potentially get free insulation for it. And you can also during the assessment, the only thing you would pay for, if you wanted, is if you want to buy a smart thermostat. Now, there are 2 different models of Nest smart thermostats that you can buy on site, instantly discounted during the assessment. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, smart thermostats, they're smart because you can download an app on your smartphone to monitor the thermostat. And they start to learn your schedule. They start to program themselves to optimize savings on your heating and cooling costs. And a lot of times they have sensors. They detect when you leave, when you come back home, and they can adjust in temperature accordingly automatically without you having to think about it. Again, to optimize your savings on your heating and cooling costs. Nest is a popular smart thermostat. And during the assessment, you can receive a free Nest thermostat. Oh, not free. You can pay for an instantly discounted Nest thermostat that we'll install during the assessment.
You install it?
Yes. Everything here, everything that you receive can be installed during the assessment except for the advanced power strips. That we would just give those to you for you to figure out how best you want to use them. And I can't stress this hard enough. Please, any item that you're receiving, ask as many questions as you can so you know how to use them. I had a lot of customers at events that aren't entirely sure how to use the advanced power strips. Pick the brain of the person that's giving them to you, because not every advanced power strip is the same. Like I said, there's 2 different types of power strips. And, ask as many questions as you can during the assessment, or follow up. Give us a call afterwards at this number. I had a customer who did an assessment and he said he couldn't figure out how to use the advanced power strip and he threw it away. I was like, he threw it away in the dumpster. I'm like, where do you live? I'll stop by. Maybe it's still there. But, don't do that. Give us a call. Just give us a call. And call this number. Any question about anything in this booklet, call this number. Don't call the number on your ComEd bill, because that's mostly for like bill payment inquiries, and we get a very high call volume. So if you don't want to be put on hold and transferred 2 or 3 times, call this number for anything about the energy efficiency program. Any questions on that? Awesome. But again, I really encourage everyone to take advantage. Why not? Okay, next offering I'm going to go over is discounts. So if you want to follow along, open up the discounts tab of the brochure. Let's say that you got some LEDs for free during the assessment, but you wanted more. You can actually buy instantly discounted LEDs at participating retailers. Just look for the red lower price logo on the price of the bulb. All right? If you see that lower price logo on the price, it's instantly discounted by ComEd. It's not a small discount either. It's up to a $5 discount per LED bulb. I've seen multi-packs of like 6 LEDs for like $2 or $3, which a few years ago that would have cost $15, $20 or more. So LEDs, thankfully, are coming down in price, and our discounts are a big reason. So we're partnered up with a lot of different retailers: Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, and a lot more stores. If you want to know where the closest retailer that participates is to you, just go to that discounts tab and visit comed.com/lighting retailers. It's on here. You can put your zip code in, and it'll have a full list of all of the stores that are participating. But don't assume because you go into that store that all the bulbs are discounted, because they're not. There's a bunch of full price bulbs in all of these stores. You have to look for that red lower price sticker logo on the price of the bulb. Never pay full price for LEDs again. Especially anyone that still has LED or incandescent or halogen bulbs, now there's no excuse to convert fully. Go to any of the stores I mentioned or more and just look for that lower price sticker. Any questions on that? Or does anyone have complaints about LEDs at all? Awesome, good stuff. I had a bunch of talking points ready just in case. I'll use them at my next presentation. So we have some rebates as well. If you want to jump over to the rebates tab of the booklet and open up that tab. So we have rebates on several Energy Star rated appliances. So next time you're in the market for any of these items that are listed here, make sure they're Energy Star rated. Have any of you ever seen, you're all familiar with that logo, right? The blue star, Energy Star logo. So the reason ComEd is offering rebates on Energy Star is because Energy Star rated appliances run efficiently. They've been tested to run more efficiently. And the reason for every offering in this booklet is to make you more energy efficient. So you can use less electricity, the demand of energy can lower, and if we can lower peak demand of electricity, less electricity has to be generated. It leads to less of a carbon footprint, and it's just a net benefit for everyone. So, next time you're buying any of these items, let's see, what do we got here? Refrigerator, freezer, clothes washer, electric clothes dryer, dehumidifier, air purifier, room air conditioner, or even a dehumidifier, standalone unit only. You can receive up to a $50 rebate on any of these items. And the only one that's not $50 is the I have it on here somewhere, is the room air conditioner. It would be only a $25 rebate for that. But all you have to do is buy and apply. So buy the eligible item and apply for the rebate within 2 months of purchase. You have to save the receipt though. So save the receipt and then apply on our website. What link is that? It's on here, ComED.com/rebates. We have an online application form on there where just save your receipt, apply within 2 months of purchase, and you can receive a rebate check for an item that you needed anyway. Question?
What about hot water heater?
So for this one, for the Energy Star appliance rebates, we don't have anything for that. I apologize. Yeah. So it's just the items that you see listed on here. Again, refrigerators, freezers, clothes washers, electric clothes dryers, room air conditioner, air purifier, and even a dehumidifier, standalone unit only. Why not get money back for something that you were going to buy anyways? So again, I really encourage you to look through these booklets and memorize these things. Or just keep this for a reference next time you're in the market for anything. And double check to see if you qualify for getting some money back for something you were buying anyways. Any questions on that? Yeah. I'll definitely take your feedback back. But currently, for the Energy Star appliance rebate, it's just these items. But yeah, that's a good question. People always ask me, do they have one for a dishwasher? We don't have a rebate towards dishwasher either. But I will take your feedback back.
Those suckers draw power.
Yeah, they do. And we actually have deeper rebates on bigger ticket items, on heating and cooling appliances. These are a little different. It's not just that they have to be Energy Star. They have to fall within certain grades of energy efficiency. All right, so if they qualify for the rebate, you can get up to a $600 rebate on a qualifying central air conditioner purchase, up to a $100 rebate on a qualifying furnace blower motor, up to $600 rebate on an air source heat pump, up to $400 rebate on a ductless mini split heat pump, up to $1,000 per ton on a geothermal heat pump, up to a maximum of $6,000 per home, and even up to a $1,200 rebate on a qualifying geothermal heat pump indoor unit replacement. How do you know if these items qualify? Again, check our website. So for this one, you would, again, go to ComED.com/rebates, click on heating and cooling, and on there we have the table that lists out all of these items, and it'll tell you what level of energy efficiency they have to fall between. All right? But that's not all. You don't just buy the item and apply for it. You actually have to, if you'll notice, there's an asterisk right next to heating and cooling. And that asterisk says, to qualify for a rebate, installation must be completed by a ComEd energy efficiency service provider. So basically, you have to get the work get these items installed by a participating contractor that works with us, which we call a energy efficiency service provider. So they would actually do the work, and they would apply for the rebate, and the rebate would be instantly applied to the invoice when they charge you for the work done. So it's a nice, simple process. Instead of you waiting, mailing in the rebate application and waiting for that check, it gets applied instantly to the work done by the energy efficiency provider who installs the appliance. And how do you know what contractor you can work with? Go to the link. Again, ComED.com/rebates, click on heating and cooling, and there's a link there of all participating contractors or energy efficiency service providers. So pick from that list, and I have customers tell me all the time that they have a preferred contractor that they want to work with. Can that contractor do it? Potentially. The answer is maybe. So that contractor would go to the same link, and on there it shows what levels of certification or steps that contractor has to take to become a participating energy efficiency service provider. So if you have a preferred contractor, direct them to the link to see if they can be added to that list. And any questions on that? Oh, good question about solar. I'm glad you bring that up. If you go to ComED.com/solar, we actually have resources to point you in the right direction. We have a solar calculator on our website where you can type your address in. It'll use a satellite image of your home to estimate how many solar panels fit, estimated cost, what rebates you qualify for on the federal and state level, and the payback period for that type of work, for that investment.
What's the typical payback period on that?
A lot of times I've seen between 10 and 12 years, the payback period. Again, it really depends on your home and how much you want to, how many solar panels you end up wanting to get. But again, that website is comed.com/solar. And I brought some flyers that talk about, oh, actually, the last page of this brochure, it has the link on there, solar energy. So yeah, definitely visit it and check out that solar calculator. It's a good first step. And we also have a step-by-step guide of the process for anyone considering solar, because it's somewhat overwhelming if you have to do all the research on your own. But we have like a guideline regarding that on our website. And just so you guys know, ComEd does not own, sell, or install solar panels. We're more of a resource to point you in the right direction regarding all of those things. So we don't make or install solar panels, but there's a link of certified solar contractors on our website so you can pick the right one. And a good solar contractor would come out to your home, they'd assess everything, and they would give you all the options that, they would lay out all the options for you to make the best decision. So a good solar contractor will come to the home, inspect the roof, inspect the trees around your roof, look at the shading, the direction that your roof is facing. And so the solar calculator on our website is a good first step to give you an idea, but it doesn't substitute a certified solar contractor from coming to your home. So a good solar contractor will come to your home and give you a free quote after assessing everything about your home. And then you can always go over those questions with them, and they can let you know what your options are regarding that. No problem. Thank you. And we do have a whole PowerPoint that specifically focuses on solar as well. If you guys ever need us to come back, let me know. This one is more focused on energy efficiency. But yeah, we do solar outreach as well. We're starting to kind of raise awareness on that. All right, and we also have rebates towards weatherization. So what's weatherization? Air sealing and insulation. Think of insulation as a big puffy winter jacket. It's meant to keep the heat in, keep the heat from escaping, just like insulation for your home. Think of air sealing as a light windbreaker. It's meant to keep the cold wind from penetrating. And together, air sealing and insulation can help you maximize your savings on heating and cooling for that reason. So we offer up to $300 in attic insulation, up to $400 in air sealing, up to $400 in wall insulation, and up to $500 in duct sealing. And if you'll notice, we have that same asterisk next to the weatherization, which means that the work must be performed by a participating ComEd energy efficiency service provider. And again, how do you see who's participating? You go to comed.com/rebates, click on weatherization, and we have a link there with a list of all participating Yeah, but if you have any future needs regarding air sealing or insulation, please follow the process to get potentially hundreds of dollars off on the work done. Now, these are instant rebates. It gets applied to the invoice at the time the work is done. So again, it's nice. You don't have to apply for the rebate and wait for a check. The contractor who comes out will just deduct any applicable rebate instantly at the time the work is performed. And what I always go back to is the assessment. Remember that assessment I talked about earlier? That assessment is great because it ties in a lot of these offerings. Because during the assessment, that energy advisor who comes out is one of our participating energy efficiency service providers. So that contractor who does the assessment, they'll let you know, do you need insulation or air sealing improvements? They'll let you know what improvements you need and what applicable rebates there are. And if you want, you can tell them, okay, I do want this service done. And you can do it through that person who did the assessment, or you can pick from the list of contractors on our website. And the assessment is great because it's kind of like an all-in-one. They'll let you know which of these offerings you qualify for, and you can kind of, if you don't want to work with multiple people, you can always use that person who did the assessment to do weatherization improvements as well. Or let's say you don't want to do the assessment. You just want to do the weatherization rebates. You can do that as well. Again, you have to pick from a list of participating energy efficiency service providers. Any questions on that? All right. So we also have rebates on eligible smart thermostats. You can get up to a $75 rebate on eligible smart thermostats. And some popular models that qualify are Nest thermostats, Honeywell, Lyric, Ecobee. And then there's several other models that qualify as well. How do you know if the model qualifies? Simple. Just go to the link, ComEd.com/rebates, and click on smart thermostats. And on there's a link of all of the qualifying smart thermostats. And there's 3 ways to get the rebate. One is you buy and apply. That means you pay full price at the store, and then you go to the online application, fill out that application with their copy of the receipt, and then you can get a rebate check mailed to you. The second way, there's an instant online coupon. You can print out a coupon on the website, take it to the participating store, and they will apply the rebate right there at the point of sale. And then there's a third way. The third way is through the marketplace. So at the ComEdMarketplace.com, I really recommend you visit it regularly because they constantly update it. And you can see, a lot of times there's smart thermostats on there, and it'll tell you the model, the full price, and the price after the instant discount. So we're really trying to make it as easy as possible to get the rebates. That's why we only used to have 1 way to get it. Now we have 3. So take advantage. Oh, sorry, the 4th way is during the assessment. During the assessment, you can buy a Nest smart thermostat instantly discounted. So there's actually 4 ways to do it. Awesome. So recycling. This is our longest running energy efficiency program offering. Basically, since the 90s we've had it. If you have an old running fridge and or freezer that you're looking to toss to get rid of, don't throw it away. Call ComEd. We will send someone out to your home that'll pick it up for free. And not only that, they can give you $50 per eligible item, limit 2 per household. So if you have 2 old fridges, 2 old freezers, or an old fridge and an old freezer, and they both run, and you're ready to toss them, call us. We'll get rid of it for you and cut you $50 per, so up to $100. And they do have to be regular size fridges, like little dorm fridges don't qualify. Big commercial fridges don't either. Just regular sized would qualify, and they do have to be running. Why do they have to be running? Because everything in this booklet is about motivating you to save energy, to use less energy, right? That's why we have certain rebates, discounts. But let me tell you, if that fridge already doesn't turn on, guess what? It's using 0 energy, and we don't have to give you money for it. But this is why we're motivating you. Get rid of that old running fridge or freezer. Old fridges are huge energy hogs. They run harder, they run less efficiently, they waste more energy to do the same work as a newer, more efficient fridge. Refrigerators over 15 years old can use twice as much energy as newer models and could be costing you about $110 a year in electricity. So again, if you have that extra fridge in your garage, in your basement, we really encourage you to get rid of it, especially in your garage, because the garages are usually not insulated. So that fridge, think about it, it's in the winter it's out there in the cold. In the summer, it's out there in the heat, and it's using more power to do the same work, especially during those extreme temperatures. So we really want you to get rid of it, upgrade your fridge. Think about it. If you replace your old running fridge with a new Energy Star rated fridge, you can get $100 because you can get $50 for the new fridge and you can get $50 for getting rid of the old fridge. So why not do them in So for the recycling program, it only applies to the old fridge or freezer, but we have added if you have a working dehumidifier or a room air conditioner that you also want us to get rid of, if we pick it up at the same time as the fridge or freezer, it's an additional $10 per item. So the max that you can get from the recycling offering is $120. That's if you have an old running fridge and a freezer and a dehumidifier and a room air conditioner, and they're all working. That's a $120 right there that you would get for that. And yeah, I really, again, if you have that old fridge that you just have because you have it, you haven't thought about getting rid of it, think about getting rid of it. And we'll do all the heavy lifting. Only stipulation is we're not going to remove door hinges or handrails to get access or to be able to move the fridge out of the home. It's just a liability, a safety issue. But if there's a clear access, if there's a clear path from the fridge or freezer to your exit or to your front door or back door, we'll do all the heavy lifting. It could be in the basement. It doesn't matter. We'll send the right people out to haul it out for you. Any questions? And you'll even see, when they come out, they'll plug in the fridge or freezer to make sure it runs. It doesn't have to run well. It just has to turn on in some way. And then they'll cut the cord in front of you to show you that that item can no longer go on the grid again. All right. I promise we're almost done. And customers have saved more than $3.7 billion through the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program.
This crazy busy house, it's like a zoo. Someone needs to keep an eye on our energy bill. And that's where our new smart thermostat comes in, which we got a rebate on, thanks to ComEd. The smart thermostat senses when you're home, conserves energy when you go out, and ensures comfort when you come back. It's so easy to use, a kitty can do it. Use your smartphone and control it from anywhere. Get your paws on some of these features too. Track energy usage, control it with a smart device, and get the weather. Have you got your smart thermostat yet?
Count on the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program for energy savings and rebates up to $100 on select smart thermostats. ComEd, powering lives.
I think I'm allergic. I think you're nuts.
So I'm going to correct the video. It's up to $75 now. No longer up to $100, up to $75. Disclaimer, that last line was incorrect. But still, take advantage. We have very deep savings and offerings on all that. And that pretty much does it. Let me just, sorry, this is a very long, we do have a couple things here. So we have a summer savings program. I know summer is pretty much over, but still, information for you to use next summer as well. And if you want to go to the last page of the booklet, which is Technology and Savings, we have a summer savings program called AC Cycling, where basically you give ComEd permission to turn off the compressor to your central air conditioner for certain intervals on the hottest days of the summer. And we're not turning off the central air conditioner completely. Just the compressor that super cools the air would be turned off during certain intervals. You'd still get air circulation. It just wouldn't be super cooled during certain times. And if you participate in central AC cycling, you can earn up to $40 in bill credits max each summer. So $10 per month for 4 months. And it's free to enroll. We would install a special sensor on your central air conditioner, and during the hottest days of the summer, basically ComEd could turn off the compressor for certain intervals. And if you wanted more details, visit the link, comed.com/AC cycling. And the link is also in the booklet, so you don't have to memorize it. Any questions on that? All right, and we have a similar, it's another summer savings program. It's called Peak Time Savings. This is a little different. With Peak Time Savings, basically, you can get credits for using less energy than you normally do during certain peak time saving hours. These would be during the hottest days of the summer if you're enrolled in the program, you would get a phone call or a text saying, today between this time and this time are peak time savings hours. And if you use less energy than you normally do on average during those hours, you can get credits of up to $12 on that peak time savings day. The credits can be even deeper, actually. But it's a free program, and there's no downside, because either you use less energy and you get credits, or you don't. But you're not paying a fee to sign up. You're only paying what you normally would for your energy use. But I really encourage, this is this is super easy, and it's free. So I really encourage everyone to enroll. Once you sign up, it just rolls over every year. So you don't have to keep calling us each summer to sign up again. Just let us know if you want to cancel it. But it's free, it's easy, and it's either or. Either you do peak time savings or AC cycling. You can't do both because both offerings are just so similar. It's either or. It's really preference. Some people like the idea of not having to think about it. So then maybe AC cycling is for you because we control when we turn off the compressor unit. Or maybe you want to be in control. In that case, peak time savings might be the better fit for you because you'd get notified during what hours to use less energy. And then, maybe during those hours you go to the library and soak up their air conditioning instead of being at home turning up the AC there. And then you can see credits on your bill. Any questions on any of that? All right. And then we have, this is another program. It's a little different. It's called hourly pricing, where if you enroll, this is year long, you would pay the hourly price of electricity based on demand at that time of day. So if the demand is high at that time, hourly price will be high. If the demand is low, then your hourly price of energy at that time will be low. It fluctuates throughout the day based on demand. Typically, demand is the lowest on nights and weekends. So some customers sign up for hourly pricing and they shift their energy usage habits to off-demand hours. Maybe you start running your dishwasher or your washing machine at night or on the weekends to save. Sometimes demand is so low at night that you actually get charged a negative amount. So it's like you're actually being paid to use electricity during certain times at night. People with electric cars, this is a great fit. You charge your car overnight and you pay very little since demand is so low at night. But this program is not for everyone because it's really when you concentrate your energy use. If your energy use is concentrated around the highest demand times, then you definitely would pay more with hourly pricing as opposed to what you're paying now. Other people, they don't have to change a thing. It's just their schedules just correlate well with this program. So some people don't really have to change a thing. Other people have to consciously shift their energy usage habits to off-demand hours. Weekends, the demand is low because a lot of businesses are closed, especially manufacturing facilities, and those raise energy demand a lot. So weekends demand is low, nights demand is very low, and then based on demand throughout the day, the rate can be low or high. And if you're ever wondering what's the rate going to be like tomorrow at 10 a.m., if you go to the link, ComED.com/hourly pricing, it's on the last page, we have line graphs of what we estimate the hourly pricing will be tomorrow, throughout the day, the next day. We even have hourly pricing for what the prices were like yesterday, the day before. The estimates are just that. They're estimates. They're not going to be exact, but they typically follow a pattern. And I really recommend you go to the link and call us. Call 888-202-7787. That is the number specifically for hourly pricing. You can talk to an hourly pricing specialist that can look at your usage history and tell you, hey, based on your energy use yesterday, you would have paid this much more with hourly pricing, or you would have paid this much less. Pick a few days, see if it's the right fit for you. If it is, maybe you'll just save because your schedule just works that way. Or you would consciously shift your energy use habits to off-demand hours.